All right, guys, welcome back to Real Talk, the only podcast where two brothers can chat about anything and hopefully make it somewhat entertaining. I am your host, Jay, joined by my co-host, JV, and we have a popular theme to talk about today. Well, popular to us, probably not to anybody else until we tell you guys, but my host, JV, actually is starting his own podcast, Talking Junk with Jordon, which for those of you who don't know, Jordon is his real name.
And Talking Junk with Jordon is my real name, is Jordon.
Mm-hmm. So I actually do have it pulled up here. I'm going to put a picture in the background so you guys know how to find it and what it looks like, as well as the first video. I'm going to try to add it to my channel's recommended, but for some reason it's just not letting me. Oh my gosh. JV, I just noticed this. They spelled your name wrong.
Well, wait a minute. They did?
Yeah, they put Jordon. Jordon.
Well, what do you get when you cross Jordan and Don? You get Jordon, I guess. I guess you put...
I love how awesome the background and the microphone look in this. Like, this is an awesome looking image, and almost everything was done right.
Talking Junk with Jordon, and I am your host. This is not right. I am your host, Jordon Vieira.
Wait, did he also spell your name wrong? Oh my gosh, it does say Jordon Vieira.
No, it does? Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Well, the channel name is correct, ironically enough. The channel name does say Talking Junk with Jordon, but the in the picture, in the background, it just says Talking Junk with Jordon with your host, Jordon Vieira. I mean, the last
so
name
he
is
spelled it wrong twice.
I love how you have to spell the name correctly to create the channel, and then you spell it wrong when you're
Oh my God!
This background photo must have taken a decently long time to make, because I remember you telling me that you were there for a while making this picture, trying to get everything right, and yet somehow the most important piece is still not right.
Oh my! Oh my! Well, you got my last name right, I think. I hope.
But based on what you told me, it does look like that part is at least correct.
E-I-E-I-R-A.
Yes, that is spelled correctly. Now,
and Bingo was his name-o.
Now, the only thing that this channel doesn't have, well, I mean, I'm looking at it compared to a general channel. It does say that it was recently opened, end of August. It doesn't have a description, and it doesn't have a profile picture. It just has a T for talking. The banner, though, is a microphone, and that looks like a pretty cool custom banner. I hope it's not copyrighted.
Yeah, well, everything else is good, but Jordon.
Hey, maybe this is a new thing for you, JV. Maybe we just got to start doing Jordon instead of Jordan.
Yes, my new character name is all changed by one letter. Oh, that's funny.
Jordon. I still cannot believe that. I could tell a lot went into this first picture.
Well, yeah.
Like, you could tell everything with this was to make it look pretty good, and it looks great. I just love how the one thing is the name.
I know.
What kills me the most is it's literally in the channel name. The channel name is correct.
Right, but the rest of it's wrong. Hold on. How do you get it right the first time and mess it up the next time?
I don't know.
Oh my God! This reminds me of me taking a spelling test when I was a kid. I got it right the first time around and got it wrong the second time.
Oh, those are the words where they like double spell it, and then you're like, well, I don't remember the spelling of this. Oh, those spelling bees in school, though. That's what this reminds me of. Spell Jordon, Jordon, Jordon. Actually, this correct spelling is. Oh yeah, I know. I spelled it right the first time.
Now, like I said, and Bingo was his name-o. Oh, my God. Nobody would notice except me or you or my family. That is hilarious.
Well, as your brother, I must say, it is It is a key thing for me to recognize when your name is spelled wrong. It's the first thing I
Well,
look at.
yeah, it's like spelling Jonathan. It's like spelling your name wrong, Gage. It's like, come on.
Oh, I've seen my name spelled wrong. I see it spelled Gauge.
That would be gouge.
No, actually, that is another way to pronounce gauge, like your speedometer gauge.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that is the proper
I didn't
spelling
know
for
that.
it. But I mean, which is ironic enough because in WWE games, that's the way gauge is spelled, is Gauge. So
See what happens when you don't drive a car or don't play freaking video games? Oh my God! And like I said, my name is spelled wrong. I think that's the first time somebody put an O in there. Congrats, a double O is in my name.
Jordon is making his debut on YouTube.
Jordon is making his debut on YouTube. Jordon Vieira, talking junk.
Now, Jordan, I wanted to also take this opportunity for you to explain a little bit about what that first video was about. It's called Favorite Albums, and you had a special guest on there. I won't spoil the special guest surprise. But you discussed your favorite albums. What kind of albums did you discuss in that one?
Right, so punk rock, which is Green Day, 21st Century Breakdown, released in 2009. Concept album, very good album, which basically means, Jonathan, that all songs are linked. They all have a similar idea in each song. Moving Pictures by Rush, great album, A and B sides, both sides. Part of the first side, you have Red Barchetta, Tom Sawyer, Limelight, and YYZ is side A. And then The Camera Eye and all those other ones, those long songs that last like freaking 10 minutes long, are on the B side of that album. Again, Moving Pictures by Rush. And then the final one is the Beatles, Rubber Soul album. Since they're my favorite band in the entire world, the Beatles really had a great thing with that album. You know, you had great songs, like Drive My Car, and you had Nowhere Man, and you had all these great hits. No Region Wood, great acoustic song, sang by John Lennon. But you know, all these great hits. In My Life, just an incredible Beatles song. So each album has different sounds and different sounding music. So that's why Rush, Green Day, and the Beatles all have their own specific sound. They all have their own specific music quality, singing, music, like I just said. So that's why I chose all three of those albums. That's pretty much what it's about, the history of those albums, when they were released. I know Rush's Moving Pictures, it was released in the 1980s. The Beatles was in the 1960s. And then, of course, like I just said a couple minutes ago, Green Day's 21st Century Breakdown released in 2009. So those are two totally different periods of time of music, and really time of, where people were in their lives in the 1960s versus the 1980s, or the 1980s versus the 2000s. So it's a really cool thing.
That is an awesome topic for a very first episode of Talking Junk with Jordon. Now,
yes,
I do have to ask, because I watched a little bit of this in the beginning. You also mentioned more topics on your Talking Junk with Jordan podcast. You also said you cover relationships. I know growing up blind is very important to you, so I assume we'll be hearing a little bit about that on there. Some good stories.
Well, growing up blind was something. I mean, it was something in the aspect of there was more challenges a lot of the time. Access to materials. A lot of those times I didn't get access to materials. So I think the topic with that being said, the topic is how I overcame all of those obstacles growing up with the disability, and how I became the person and the young man that I am today. I think really sets off about talking about disability. And then you talk about the human spirit. I've always had a good spirit, positivity when things were down. So I've always had a good spirit, and I think that's one of the things that's important.
That is a
when it
great
comes to
topic.
disabilities.
That is a great topic, and I look forward to definitely hearing an episode on that one. At least I do. I know there are a lot of people who will also feel that same way. Now, here's something I actually learned the other day that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't know this. I actually never realized this. Starbucks cold cups, the cups they use for their cold drinks, have Braille on them at the bottom.
Yes.
I never realized that until I was working at my home computer, and I saw the 3 dots at the bottom. I said, oh my gosh, that's the coolest thing ever.
So I swear on my grandfather's 65th grave, I didn't know that until just now.
Really?
Yeah. I did not know that. That they, I maybe somebody told me a long time ago, but you bringing it up just now, that is really cool. That is something good to know.
Now, I do see articles here regarding that, one of which was done only on January 5th of this last year, so I feel like it's a relatively new thing, because wouldn't we have seen it before?
Yeah, that is incredible.
Yeah, that is definitely a really nice change that they have there, so that if we give you a coffee, or say if you're a blind man, you're working in an environment at Starbucks, either like putting out cups or something like that. I'm not familiar with if they offer jobs to visually impaired individuals. I would assume they got something.
Well, go to the the Cracker Barrel right here in the Rochester area. They have Braille menus. I didn't realize that.
That's awesome that we're starting to incorporate more stuff with Braille for our blind customers.
About freaking time.
It only took how many years? 2025?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh my.
But I did want to also bring up one other topic here. Apple, back on Tuesday, unveiled the latest release of Apple products. We have a new set of Apple AirPods. I believe they're the AirPods Pro 3s. We have a new Apple Watch, as what generally comes out every year, and a new iPhone. The iPhone 17, the iPhone 17 Air, and the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max all making their debut. And they release next Friday.
So I think that's incredible. Many people sit around and say, oh my God, they all do the same thing. No, they don't. They're upgraded. My iPhone 11 is not the same thing as a 15 or 17 or 21. They're all upgraded. Mm-hmm. Just like Amazon's products. So I think the further you go in technology and the further we expand our technology and the knowledge of what we know about our technology that we've got, I think you're only going to get better. I think you're only going to get better with this. I think you, me, everyone else in this world that has technology devices like we do, it's only going to shine bright and get better for us.
I can agree with that. Now, the other thing I noticed here, and I think this is the first for the iPhones, the iPhone 17 Pro Max has no camera advantage over just the regular Pro. And that's something new this year. Usually the Pro Max has a better camera than the iPhone Pro. Bigger phone, which you would assume would make sense to have a better camera. No, actually this year the camera specs are exactly the same. The only benefit to the Pro Max is a bigger screen and a larger battery.
And a larger background?
Yeah, the screen's a little bit bigger as well.
Okay.
But do you feel like that's going to discourage people from buying the Pro Max this year, and instead they're going to go with the smaller Pro so they can fit in their pocket?
I think the Pro is the way to go, bro. So if you have a Pro, don't let it go, bro. So that basically means keep it in your pocket. The phone, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, we get it. We get it.
and we know where that, we've got it. No, to answer your question, the Pro is the way to go. Pro, not Pro Max. If it's a bigger screen, then I'll just get the Pro.
Well, most people, I think, like the idea of a smaller phone that they can fit in their pocket, because having too big of a phone, if you can't fit it in your pocket, now you're either hooking it onto a belt strap holder, where you can snap it in there if one comes with your case, or you're putting it in like your purse, which is going to get lost if you're a female. If you're a male, your only choice is to strap it onto your belt if that thing is not fitting in your pocket. And speaking for all of my male viewers out there, if you like wearing denim jeans, the Pro's already hard enough to get in the pockets, especially for brand new jeans. So I feel like more people are going to go with the Pro versus the Pro Max, just for the simple fact it's a smaller phone. Which actually leads me to another good iPhone option this year that they're going with, the iPhone Air. It is more expensive than the regular 17, but it does have some more features. It only has one camera, so unless you are like a really big into photography, if you are, then I would suggest going the Pro route anyway. But if you want a very skinny and light phone, they now have the iPhone Air as an option.
Interesting.
I believe that one starts at $9.99.
Okay.
So if I'm not mistaken, $9.99. The regular phones, I believe, are $6.99. I'll have to refer back to Apple's website here for all of the official details. But the Air is more expensive than the regular Pro. Or not the Pro, sorry. The Air is more expensive than the regular iPhone, and the Pro is more expensive than the Air. And the Pro Max is $100 more than the Pro.
Yeah, I would stick with the Pro.
Yeah, I agree. So here's the prices this year, just for our viewers. The iPhone 17 starts at $800 plus tax. The Air is $1,000 plus tax, although it is a skinny and very lightweight phone. And the Pro start at $1,100 and $1,200 respectively.
Wow.
In exchange for that, the Pros now start at 256 gigabytes. I myself did order the iPhone 17. I have a 12 Pro right now. I got the 17 Pro. I like to upgrade once every 5 years. If you're upgrading every year, I feel like at that point you're more throwing money away.
Yes.
Because you're not really seeing much of that benefit there. I think having one that keeps up with technology, that keeps up with the updates, and that every 5 years or so gets you a decent upgrade, I think that's a good way to go about it.
So what I use, can I tell you what I do?
Mm-hmm.
I upgrade when my phone stops updating.
Which I feel like will probably be a couple years. Like the
Well, here's
iPhone
the
11.
deal. My phone right now is at iOS 18.6.2. So I'm with everybody's. Just because my phone is not updated to 17 or 12 or 13 or 15 or 16 or 17, like I just said, doesn't mean it's not done upgrading. The only reason why I got a new iPad 5 years ago, number one, it was done upgrading. Number two, it then broke. So there was no sense of just get a new one, and that's what I did.
And again, we also do have the idea that, as time goes on, they do stop updating older phones. 11s, I think, will be obsolete here within a year or two with the next iOS updates. I think this one still is on 10 and newer, if I'm pretty sure. It's either 10 or newer or 11 and newer, which that should give you a good idea of when they'll stop updating the 11s. I don't think it'll be too much longer.
Well, like I said, once the iOS 11, my iPhone 11 is done upgrading or updating, I'll still keep the phone. Now, of course, I'm not going to get rid of it, but I'll just upgrade.
And I'd say that's a good way to do it. It's get you a new phone, about every half decade. So you're always having some newer features, and you're also conserving money in the meanwhile by not getting a new phone every single year.
Every single year. And you just said it yourself about 5 to 10 minutes ago, you save more money that way.
Now here's a product that I'm actually really interested in. This one here, and I actually was wrong about this. I said before it was $4.99. This is actually $3.99. It's the Apple Watch Series 11. And we talk a lot about Apple and the way they love health. So their focus on these watches is health. The Apple Watch Series 11 continues on this trend. They have a sleep score, which helps to track sleep apnea, and I believe they're also adding a blood pressure detector.
Oh, good.
And meanwhile, I do have it pulled up here, just looking through some of the information. Trying to see if I can find any other information that we're missing. They do have the another Apple Watch Ultimate, but I'm not going to talk much about that. It's essentially a Apple Watch on steroids.
Yeah.
And for a lot more money.
And that was the new Apple Watch?
Correct. That's the new Apple Watch coming out, I believe, next week as well.
Well, anything from Amazon.com. New devices, new upgrades. We just had the new upgrade of you-know-who. Plus, some new version of the AI. But any new devices? I know of just one. That was the Show 21, which is a 21 size HD display with you-know-who obviously built in.
I haven't seen anything in terms of updates like that. We could always look it up and see if we see anything.
Let's look it up and see what we got going. Because I like all the Apple stuff. Let's see what the.
Now, while I'm pulling that up, I want to discuss something with you as well. I went into Walmart, and this really ticks me off, and I'm sure this ticks off a lot of people. Why can I not buy Amazon stuff or Apple stuff at Walmart?
Absolutely. So let's talk about. I completely agree with you.
And I should clarify here. I know they sell some. I think they sell Apple Watches and phones at Walmart. I mean, like stuff like. Well, actually, they might even sell iTunes cards now. But I remember one time I went and they didn't. But let's focus more specifically on Amazon. Why can I not go in there and buy an Amazon card?
Correct.
Like, you go on Amazon, they sell Apple products.
You want to mute your device for a second?
Yeah.
I'll tell
okay.
you why.
Okay.
I'm going to say your name a lot in this next bunch of stuff.
We're good. You can say the A word, but
huh?
We're good. Well, we're good if you want to say the A word. But why can I not buy an Amazon device at Walmart because they're considered a competitor? I mean, if that's the case, let's just call it what it is. It's a slaughter. Amazon crushes Walmart every single time. I never went on Amazon and ever had a problem. If I order something on Amazon, I wait a couple days, it shows up at my house, I'm happy. If it's bad, I ship it up, send it back, they give me a full refund. I always have some sort of problem when I go into Walmart, and it's not even close. Whether it's there's only 2 lanes open and a line all the way around the building for the self-checkouts, because only half of them are open. Like, how is this a competition?
I think there are problems between these competitors. What is Amazon? A store. They're online. What is Walmart? A store. Now, listen, hear me out. People have been shopping at Walmart forever, right? And people are now shopping on Amazon. And this is a rarely new. I mean, you didn't shop on the internet in the 70s or 80s or 90s. This has all hit the fucking fan within the last 20 years. People are fucking all over online shopping. Okay?
But I guess, why can... I mean, if you're going to consider yourself a competitor...
Here's what I was going to say. Can I just... Let me finish my thought. It's a very important thought.
Go ahead, Davey.
I'm going to tie this into what you just said. They're both stores. So why not bring your online products into the store that people have been shopping at since the late or early or mid 1970s. Bring them in. Bring them all in. And that's what I love about Best Buy. I can go over and they have a whole line of technology.
Oh, I love Best Buy. Best Buy I've never had a problem with.
I'm standing right in front of my my brand new 4th generation Echo.
I mean, I've bought stuff from Best Buy before. Like, I bought my laptop from there.
And this guy comes over. He's like, that's the granddaddy of them all. And he's all excited about it. And I loved it. And you know what I said? You're damn right it is, sir. So, I know, PG.
We broke that barrier a long time, buddy. We broke that a while ago.
All right. Listen, you got a lot about yourself that I love, and I got a lot about myself that you love. Here's the deal: you got to start putting products into the store. Anima, why? This isn't really a hard thing to do.
No, not at all. And
Best Buy did it a long time ago.
now I get Walmart has their own stuff, but Walmart, if you're comparing them to anywhere, name one place that Walmart beats out. They don't beat Wegmans. They don't beat Costco. They don't beat BJ's, who sells a lot of stuff in bulk. Thank God for BJ's. They save me so much money over time. They are just your average grocery store. I mean, they might have some lower prices. I buy some groceries there. But why is it that everything is a competitor to you? And also, no Apple Pay. No Apple Pay.
No.
It's the only store I've ever gone to that doesn't have it.
Right.
Amazon has Apple Pay. Wegmans has
Yes.
Apple Pay. I'm pretty sure if you went into a Samsung store, they would have Apple Pay. Like, I've never been to one, so don't quote me on that. But my point being, why are you the only one that cannot get this? Like, that's insane.
Because they sit around all day long on their phones and on Facebook.
Somebody
I
needs
was
to,
watching-
someone
let
who
me tell
makes
you-
the decisions needs to really sit down and think about their decision-making process, because it's not working. I can
You know what
never get that card to swipe at Walmart simply because the readers never read. And then people come over and, the employees, and I don't blame the employees, they're just doing their jobs, their minimum wage paying jobs. And they're coming over and saying, well, you got to insert the chip. Yeah, I'm trying to insert the chip. The card readers that the company owners are putting in are not working.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2025. Every store should have working technology and should have latest technology, like Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Google Pay, whatever it may be. And
Boom.
until they can get that stuff, they're going to lose business. And I'm not just talking me. I'm talking a lot of people who are just simply going to go elsewhere because they prefer the security. They prefer the convenience. They don't want to wait in a line for an hour.
Correct.
And then, too, you go into a place like Wegmans here on the East Coast. They got tons of self-checkouts, and I never have to wait in one of those. Like, I've never once waited in a self-checkout line at Wegmans. I've always waited in a Walmart one. Like, there wasn't a single time where I got in and out of Walmart.
That's where my friend's parents always go. And it's like, well, he has this, mom works there. But it's like, I don't blame them. That's where they've always gone there because she works there. And some people are Wegmans shoppers. Some people are BJ shoppers. Some people are Walmart shoppers. Some people are, I'm going to say it, Amazon shoppers.
I love
you know
shopping
what?
on Amazon. It's so convenient on Amazon. You can find anything.
So convenient. I found the greatest Christmas item behind me last year. You found it on eBay. Now that's a competitor.
And we haven't even talked about eBay yet. That's a whole nother.
I'm gonna
That's a whole
bet
nother
your
ballgame.
bottom dollar Now I'm talking kind of ghettoish. I'm going to bet you a bottom dollar. I'm going to give you something to type in on eBay, and you will find it. And
Jordon
I'm not,
trying to get us
that's not
canceled.
demanding. That's not demanding. That's the truth.
You can find anything on eBay. Well, most of everything. There is some stuff that's just so old you can't find. But I mean, I could go on
Am
the
I
NFL
wrong?
shop. I could go on the NFL shop right now and buy a Dallas Cowboys jersey. This is just an example, coming from someone who's a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. I could go
Yes.
buy a Cowboys jersey for $150 to $200 on NFL shop. I'm on eBay right now, $50, same level NFL jersey.
Boom.
With the tags. Still on it. Is it slightly used? Of course it's slightly used.
And you know what? All these freaking people sit there and they're all scared of Amazon because of AI. We're going to talk about that next.
The growing of AI in everything. Now, that's a good topic to have as well. AI is in everything, Jordan.
Well, yeah. Come on. What is AI not in?
Well, a lot of the thumbnails that I've been using recently, a lot of them are AI generated through ChatGPT, which, I'll be honest, I've edited a little bit. I've given some prompts, and it's generated a really good design. So I've just used it. And I'll be honest, I like it a lot better. It's super simple, and it gives me more time to record content and edit that content.
Yes. But here's what I'm telling you. If you're scared now, you wait. And I'll explain it in a minute. There are people, not naming names, but because we're live on the podcast here, there are people that I know, and of course, that I know and that I love, that hate my devices because they're listening. And there's people I know that have unplugged their devices because she's constantly listening. That's what, I'm sorry, you know what? That's what this world is. Our generation has never seen this. This has never been seen. But you wait. In the next 10 years,
But I also feel like, too, most of the people who are unplugging the device so that she doesn't listen are older generation folks who have grown up without these devices and feel like they don't need them to live on their lives. You know, they grew up without them for all their lives. Why do you need them now?
Correct. And I think these devices are very handy. In my opinion, if you agree, that's great. If you disagree, that's great too. I don't. Your opinion is your opinion. But here's my opinion. Okay? These devices come in handy. They set alarms. They set timers. They set all this stuff. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And we sit here and we're like, oh my God, I've never seen this. But, oh my God. Jonathan, we're going to be, in the next 10 years, I guarantee you, we will have self-driving cars. I said it. We're going to have self-driving cars in the next 10 years.
I think we'll see a lot more than just that.
Yep. We are turning away people to what we do in a daily living because all this stuff can do it for us. We are making things smart. I have smart lights. You have smart lights. There are smart locks. You know that? That will lock your door. There are smart keys. I'm getting goosebumps over this because this is unbelievable. There are, of course, smart TVs. We have not seen it yet. We think it's something now. People, you think it's scary now? You freaking wait and you see what's going to happen. I think, Jonathan, this is the best time that we've ever lived in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Can I tell you why? There are people out there who are visually impaired, like myself. And here's why I'm going to tell you everything why I'm saying this after I say it. People believe that these AIs are hurting other people. For blind people, it is the greatest thing in the world. There's nothing more fun than watching this all go down. And it's unreal. Do I think a self-driving car is safe? No. But I'll tell you what, man. We are living in the world of the unbelievable.
That we are.
And I say that because none of our generation is changing. You know what I mean? With this technology, our lives are changing. Our generation is something. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I have never in my life have been a part of something so amazing and so unbelievable like this, of what we've got going on. And I'm going to tell you something. One day I'm going to have kids, and I'm talking to the Lord right now. One day I'm going to have kids.
Praise God.
Praise God. And I think that's important.
It is very important, and I love this goal that we're both going to be working to have kids in our future, raise them right, raise them to be great children of God.
Yep.
Now that does bring up our last topic here, as we are running short on time, Jordan. But I did want to end this podcast with the breaking news that in 2027, for the first time ever, WWE will be bringing WrestleMania to Saudi Arabia.
That is unheard of. And I heard that earlier tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. I think it was one of the biggest announcements that I have ever heard. WrestleMania will be during the day in 2 years, in 2027.
So that means they're going to have 2 nights, I assume, in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if they're going to be having 2 WrestleManias, one in Saudi Arabia, one in the States. I know that was talked about for a little while. I think they eventually just settled on the one.
Wait a minute, 2 WrestleManias?
That was originally discussed as a possibility of having one in the States and then one in Saudi Arabia. I assume they settled on just doing the one. But does that mean, because I know the original deal with Saudi Arabia was set to end with a WrestleMania in Saudi, does that mean that that's now the end of the 10-year deal?
That's I think what they're saying. Well, let's talk about WrestlePalooza. How are we going to watch this? I'm still trying to figure this out. Just got to download the ESPN app. Do I get a free trial? If I get a free trial, I'll freaking watch that, and then...
That's doubtful. I doubt you'd get a free trial. If you do, let me know, and I'll sign up, too. I'll wait for WrestleMania, though.
Well... Let's see what happens.
It's days though like this where I missed the day network, where we used to get it for $9.99, and you got every pay-per-view and all the bonus shows.
I know, man. I don't like the deal with ESPN, and I'll tell you why. Because now you're switching over again. I don't know, Peacock. Peacock was great. And it has been great. You know?
It was great for a long time, but now we start the new era. And that new era begins with this upcoming show, which is on the 20th, I believe.
Yes, called WrestlePalooza.
WrestlePalooza. We got some big things happening there. The return of Brock Lesnar and AJ Lee to action.
Yep.
First time for at least AJ Lee 10 years.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely insane.
Incredible.
Well, you know, you and I obviously will be talking about that. We'll be talking about the show, giving our honest thoughts and opinion. Last one we did of that was, man, was that WrestleMania 34?
It very well might have been.
That was a long time ago. Well, we'd like to thank you guys for listening to this podcast. JV, thank you for joining me.
I would like to thank you as well for listening to my junk.
Talking Junk with Jordon. There was the first episode that released. I assume you'll be releasing an episode probably around once a week, maybe once every couple weeks.
Once every few weeks, Jim and I will be constructing.
There you go.
Episodes for you to listen to my junk.
Talking
once
Junk.
every couple of weeks. Talking Junk with Jordan.
Or Jordon, if you want to go off of that.
Or Jordon, if you want to get spicier. Hey, ladies. Don't forget Jordon on the way home.
But anyway, guys, thank you for listening. As always, remember, Jesus is King, and we'll see you next time.
Good night, everybody.